Alright, so we have some major news from experts across the industry talking about how this Activision Blizzard deal could be closing as early as this year. Not to mention, we have Michael Pachter talking about what Game Pass and this Activision Blizzard deal can mean for Xbox Game Pass. Are we going to be looking at over 100 million subscribers joining Xbox Game Pass and making Xbox one of the most dominant players in the gaming industry? Let's get into everything that's being said because there's a lot of news going on. So let's do this. Alright, so you know the drill. If you like the content, hit that subscribe button and that like button. And if you want to be notified on future content, hit that small little bell icon. And if you want to go that extra mile to support the channel, hit that join button. Alright, so I know a lot of people are pretty much tired about talking about this Activision Blizzard deal. And let me tell you, I'm actually one of those people. But overall, I feel like news is still coming out about it. I know that it's one of the biggest things going on in gaming, if not the biggest thing going on in gaming, because we know that a lot of people like Tencent, Amazon, Apple are all trying to get into the gaming industry, including Netflix, who says that they're going to have 50 new games coming out onto their platform in the near future. So when you look at everything coming together, Microsoft is trying to compete with a lot of these big companies, and Sony is also buying studios like crazy too. So overall, this is what the gaming news is going to be about. It's going to be about these Activision Blizzard deals, and it's about to be the industry being consolidated into more concise publishers. And that's where I have to talk about what Michael Pachter is talking about, where he talks about Activision Blizzard being finalized this year. Here's what's said in the article and what he had to say. Analyst predicts Activision Blizzard deal could be finalized this year. Earlier today, we highlighted Michael Pachter's recent appearance on Yahoo Finance Live and his suggestion that Xbox Game Pass will reach 100 million subscribers. And the Wedbush Securities analyst also mentioned during the discussion that he believed the Activision Blizzard acquisition could conclude by the end of this year. The main potential roadblock, in his opinion, lies with the FTC and whether they might try to challenge the deal by October. However, he believes there's no legal basis to do so, and therefore an agreement will be reached instead. And here's a quote directly from him. What the FTC will likely do and should do is seek an agreement with Microsoft and enter into a consent decree, not block the merger, not sue to block the merger. And the consent decree will say we're not going to raise game prices or the cost of the console, and we're absolutely going to continue to support PlayStation with Activision games. If they get that, this deal sails through. Alright. That's a lot to unravel and unpack, but we're going to try to get through all of it. So the first thing I want to talk about is that 100 million subscribers. Now, a lot of people are thinking, wow, that's never going to happen. But when you look at everything being done, that might be something that happens over time. Now, he does say it's from 30 to 100 million. He doesn't say that they're going to hit 100 million on the dot. He says between 30 and 100 million subscribers will go into Game Pass. And seeing that we're over 25 million subscribers already, if not 28 to 30 million subscribers, yeah, that number is a little lenient to me. Now, the 100 million is where things are going to get interesting, because that means they're breaking into the crazy amount of money that they're going to be getting in every single month. I mean, think about it. There's a couple tiers of Game Pass. There's the $10 tier for console or PC only. Then there's the ultimate tier that's $15 for everything, where you get cloud streaming, you get the console, and you get PC. All of those things integrated together in one service for just an extra $5, which to me, I think most people are subscribing to. But overall, if you look at Activision Blizzard, it's not just about the merger. It's about what kind of games they bring to them and what they bring to Xbox Game Pass. And I know most people are going to be pointing to Call of Duty, and I get it. It's one of the biggest games, if not the biggest game, every single year. And the sales on it for PC and console are insane. But I'm not looking at that. I know that's going to drive people over to Game Pass. We've all talked about it before. What I'm looking at is the mobile games, the Call of Duty mobile game, the Warcraft mobile game, or Hearthstone and games like Diablo Immortal. I know, blasphemy, why are you talking about mobile games? To me, that's where the money is. And it's been reported, and Activision Blizzard has brought out their financials, that mobile gaming made more money than console and PC combined. Think about that. All the money that's being made at mobile with Candy Crush and all these other big games that are coming out there are making a killing. And that's where Xbox and I think Activision Blizzard is going to come together in this symbiotic relationship of pushing gaming forward for mobile and PC. Because I think that Xbox has kind of meet the standard of what consoles can bring. I think they meet the standard of what Game Pass can. The 20 to 25 million subscribers that they have on console right now for Game Pass, I think is the peak. Sure, they could get a couple more million, maybe 5 million or whatever more, but I think now the big growth is going to be in the PC market and especially the mobile cloud market. And if you take those Activision Blizzard mobile games from King, put them in Game Pass and have people download Game Pass to play those games, trust me, they're going to get a lot of people on there. And you could download them natively, you'll get microtransactions natively through the Xbox Game Pass, and all those things are going to be interconnected with Xbox platform. That's where I think people are not paying attention. That's where I think they're going to get that 100 million subscribers. And then you throw in the console and Call of Duty and people migrating from maybe PlayStation to Xbox to play it through Game Pass, and you have a legitimate contender for getting to 100 million subscribers. Oh, and did I mention World of Warcraft, Hearthstone, and all these other games that are on the PC only? Yeah, all those games and Overwatch are going to come over to Game Pass, and like I've said from the beginning, this Activision Blizzard deal wasn't for the console. I've always said that. It's always for Xbox's ecosystem within PC and mobile, because Blizzard to me has always been a PC first developer. It's why they're one of my favorite developers of all time, because I've always had a PC and I've always played their games, and it's like an event when they bring out their games. So when they bring out the next World of Warcraft, when they bring out the next Diablo or Overwatch or Hearthstone or whatever new franchise they create, it's going to be on Game Pass and PC gamers are going to flock to it. I'm sure most people might just buy it, but others are going to sign up for Game Pass. That's how they're going to get to that 100 million subscribers. But now I want to shift over to what he said about the FTC and making this deal go through by end of year. That's a little hardcore to me. I think that it's going to get done next year, but after looking at everything going on, I wouldn't be surprised if it gets done in 2022, because look at everything that's happening. And Microsoft has hired some of the best lawyers out there to get this to push through. They've been very cooperative with the FTC. They've been very cooperative with the European markets. They've been cooperative with pretty much every single country, and they're fighting back at other developers and publishers like Sony trying to stop this deal from going through. And not to mention, he says that they're going to put in little deals in there like they're not going to raise game prices. They're not going to raise the cost of the consoles. Yet, why isn't PlayStation under scrutiny if they're doing that exact thing? They've raised the prices of their games from $60 to $70. They're buying developers like Bungie, who make one of the biggest games of all time in Destiny, and nobody's batting an eye at them or trying to say, hey, don't raise games because it's anti-competitive. Not to mention, Nintendo and Sony have kind of dominated the gaming market when it comes to revenue and billions made. So when you look at this, I don't think the FTC has any grounds to stand on when they talk about blocking this merger with Microsoft. Because look at everything that's happening. Microsoft is at the top of revenue at the gaming market. They aren't trying to raise any prices. They have very easy entry with Game Pass, and they make it easier for you to jump into anything on their ecosystem with mobile. So I don't see any anti-consumer things going on. Now, if they get Activision Blizzard and start jacking up prices and making things hard for people to get, yeah, I understand that. And the FTC should make preliminary decisions to not let that happen. But if you look at what Xbox and Microsoft have done the last several years, I don't see that as in their market plan. I don't see them trying to jack up prices. I don't see them as trying to make gaming far harder for people to get into. I see them making gaming easier for people to get into. That's the whole point of what Game Pass is. That's the whole point of what the Xbox ecosystem is. And I'm not going to sit here and say that Call of Duty is going to be exclusive to Xbox and PlayStation gamers are going to have tough luck. No, I don't think so. I think they're going to continue to bring out games like Warzone and games that are multiplayer centric onto the PlayStation platform because they want as many people on there as possible. And that's what the whole point of this is. Getting people onto your game so they can buy stuff and be users and be interactive within your platform. That's the whole point of that. Now, as for single player games or new games coming out from Activision Blizzard, those will probably be exclusive. And that includes the Call of Duty games that come out every year, because those are separate entities. They're separate games. If a console never really had them, they never really missed it. So if a new Modern Warfare or a new Call of Duty Black Ops or a new Call of Duty, whatever they call it, some new name comes out, that's going to be exclusive to the Xbox platform and PC platform, and PlayStation users, if they want to play that game, have to transfer over to PC or Xbox to play it and get in that Xbox ecosystem. But overall, I think they're going to keep it like Elder Scrolls Online and Fallout 76. Games that require online populations to keep a successful brand going are going to stay on PlayStation. So I can see Warzone staying there. I can see other games staying over on other platforms because it just makes business sense for Microsoft and Xbox to do that. And I hope this deal does end at the end of the year because a lot of people are talking about it. I feel like there's news every single week about it, and of course there is. This is the biggest thing going on in gaming right now, and I feel like everything in the industry is kind of at a standstill. Everybody's waiting for this deal to go through. Everybody's waiting to see what the FTC is going to do. Everybody's waiting to see what the European markets, the Asian markets are going to do. Everyone's just in this standstill waiting to see what's going to happen, because once this deal does go through, developers are going to be leaving Activision Blizzard. There's going to be a lot of overturn. People are going to be opening new companies. People are going to be making a lot of money, and it's just going to be a crazy amount of change going on within Xbox and Activision Blizzard and the gaming industry as a whole. But overall, I'm excited to see what happens. I'm excited to see if Xbox reaches that 100 million subscribers, and I'm excited to see Call of Duty and all those games join Game Pass. But let me know what you think about this. Do you think Xbox can reach 100 million subscribers on Game Pass? Do you think Michael Packer's being a little hyperbolic with that number? Or do you think they could be in between that 30 to 100 million, if not 50 to 100 million subscribers on Game Pass? And do you see Microsoft and Xbox getting this Activision Blizzard deal done by the end of the year? Go down below and let me know. And I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, please hit that subscribe button and that like button. The support helps out the channel more than you know. And give me a follow on Twitter at Zalker87. I'm always on there talking games and sharing my latest videos. Plus, I love interacting with everyone there, so get on Twitter and let's talk about gaming. Also, follow me on Xbox Live. My gamer tag is Zalker87, just like my channel name. See what games I'm playing, and let's compete in achievements for the month. So right now, I've been playing, again, nothing but multiverses. I'm waiting for Spider-Man on PC to come out because I'm trying to do a comparison video between the PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5 version of the PC version, and I gotta say, Spider-Man's one of my favorite games of last generation. I played it throughout. I think I almost got a platinum on it, but I was just short because, you know what, I beat it, I got everything done that I wanted out of it, and then I moved on. So now I'm looking forward to playing it on my 3090 at high frames, not at 30 frames per second like I did on the PS4 Pro, so I'm really excited for this. I hear that the implementation and the port to it is insane, so I'm excited for that. But overall, I've been just on multiverses on my Xbox. I have over 500 achievement points on it. I'm going crazy on that game. I have probably over 35 to 40 hours on it, and I can't stop playing it. I just continuously go back to that game, continuously play it, because I find it so fun. I'm telling you, man, it's going to be one of those Apex Legends or Rocket League games that I just keep going back to. I have like 1,600 hours in Counter-Strike, over 1,200 hours in Rocket League over the last several years, and that's what multiverses is going to be to me. It's going to be a game I continuously come back to and enjoy because I enjoy the characters, I enjoy the gameplay, and most of all, I can't wait for the rank to drop in Season 1. So I'm excited for that. Have you guys tried out Multiverses? I highly recommend everybody does. It's free to play. You can download it on every single platform out there practically. So good luck, and I'll see you out there, and I'll probably take you out because I'm very competitive in that. But let me know what you're playing. Are you playing something on your PS5, your Xbox Series X, or are you on your PC playing something? Let me know down below because that's what we're here for. It's to talk games. And that's all for now. Thanks for watching, and until next time, remember, enjoy your gaming. Later.